We're excited. Got to find out a little bit earlier than normal this year with the old leak, and so we were able to go into practice knowing, we were scheduled to practice right before the show, and we don't know much about them except for it was nice to know that we were in, which we all knew, but until you see your name up there, if you don't win your tournament, that's the only guarantee. I keep telling my kids that, my children, over and over again. They keep asking. So it was nice to have a practice where our players were focused and excited and enthusiastic about the fact that we got to play a team. So it's a great seed. Our team has worked really hard this season, all year long, to be deserving of a high seed, and so I appreciate that. It only means so much. If you're not in those top 4 seeds, then it just means, I don't know what it means, to be honest, but it does mean that someone respected your team and your body of work, and so that's nice for our players. And we're excited to dig in, watch some film, and figure out how we can be successful against these guys. Well, I was actually on a walk in the middle of the park because it's a sunny day in Spokane in March, and my phone started going off. I think someone saw a text or someone got a tweet. We have friends, in the media business, and we have friends all over the place and coaches, and so they said it was leaked. I don't know if this is right. So my coaching staff started texting away, and then Jenna, our social or sports information staff started texting, and then friends started texting, did you see the bracket? And so I was like, yeah, I'm 20 minutes away, so I'll be there when I can. I'm not running. I wasn't sure if it was legit yet or not, but different than normal.
Yeah, and you said kind of played your advantage this year, just being able to have the practice and you can prepare for Saturday's game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a true advantage, but it is kind of that strange time when you're practicing in those days after your conference tournament, but before the NCAA tournament field is released. And again, when you're a bubble team, it feels even different, more different. This year, we didn't think we were really on the bubble; we were firmly in, and so we had good focus and we had purpose, but it does just kind of give a different sense of it when you, for sure, know you can say a team's name even though you don't know much about what that means. Our staff had about 2 or 3 minutes to get on and look at their last 5 or 6 plays, not much, but their stats, so that we have a little bit of an idea of what we might be up against, so that we could use that in our practice plan. But mostly it just gave us a purpose.
You are obviously getting to play here, but you are getting to play in Corvallis, which is still relatively close. Just being able to stay in the Pacific Northwest, how exciting is that?
Well, it's nice. We've done this before, same place, different seed. And a lot of people talked about how it was, how big of an advantage it was. And, I don't know how big of an advantage it is. I think that the best thing about it is that we don't have to change time zone. I don't know how well we'll travel. Hopefully we'll travel well. I do know that there are people in the Northwest who, in Corvallis and in Eugene and in Portland and Seattle and places that people can drive. So that's better than getting shipped off to Ames or out to Miami or something like that. But still not a home game. But for us, it does give us an extra day maybe where we get to stay home and be in our comfort of our own, our gym and our beds. And then when we get down there, I think our parents were going to travel anyway, but maybe they'll bring, their aunts and uncles and stuff with them so that we have a few more fans. But we're excited, and our coaching staff is familiar with the area and the tournament and how it runs down there in Corvallis. None of these players were on that team that played down there a few years ago, but I think it's fine. We know Oregon. We've been there before. So why not?
Highest seed program history. What does that say about this group, just to be able to achieve that?
Well, it says that they've worked hard for a long time. It's a long season, and I really think that the best thing about the seed is just that, like I mentioned before, these guys have worked their tail off against Stanford and against Missouri State and in the exhibition game and against Montana and against St. Mary's and against BYU, even the games that we didn't win. We've worked hard, and they've put in a lot of time, and they've overcome some adversity throughout the year, and it kind of feels like at the time where we've had a hard week to be a little bit of a bright spot, that someone is acknowledging the talent and the efforts that they've put forward all year.
Lisa, can you talk about the challenges of playing with 2 players short?
Yeah. I think last time you and I talked, we were talking about our depth and the fact that we've had great depth on this year's team. and we've played. I'm trying to get a 9-player rotation, through most of the season, which is not easy to do. Not necessarily because we have to keep the players happy, but because they're good enough and deserving of minutes. And so this will be the first time this year, I guess, besides the BYU game, where we've had a shorter roster. We're going to have to not reinvent ourselves. We still have, Jesse is a great point guard. Chandler is a point guard who we turned into a wing because we had great point guards that were smaller than her. So Chandler's a great rebounder. Jen and Leanne and Zykira and Melody, great rebounders. So, we can do the things that Laura and Jill did for our team with the players that we have on this roster. And, you saw that especially in our first and third quarters against BYU that, we have all the tools. And I think that I was talking to somebody when I said, I don't know when it is that our depth is going to pay off for us. Maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud. But I think that it's now. And in the fact that we have confident players who've made contributions all year and they're ready to go. It's not like we're taking people who, never played the game and asking them to go and be our leading scorer.
You mentioned it being a tough week, a lot of fans reaching out to you on Twitter, just giving their condolences. Do you have just a message for them?
Yeah, well, we're very thankful. Our family is. We had a lot of people reaching out after the injuries on Monday, and that was a hard time for our team. And then it was all put into perspective with what happened on Tuesday, and it being very public with me and being called from the game during actual play. So we put something on social media to say thank you to everybody who's reached out to us. Spokane. And, the Spokane in general is a great community who rallies around people, and they rally around our teams. That's what makes this place special. But then also our basketball community and our athletic department community and just all across the country, people we don't know and people who know us have been really supportive, and we really appreciate it. Both my family and my parents and my brother back home, but then also, our team, they've felt really well supported. So we do thank everybody who's reached out.
I feel really good about our seat. I'm super excited to be a part of the program at such a cool time. It's our highest ranking that we've had, and so I feel really good about it.
You got a little shout out today. You got a little shout out today on ESPN. What did that feel like?
That was really cool. Everyone was really excited for me, and that made my heart really happy. I didn't really get to hear what she said, but I thought it was really cool.
They were looking forward to seeing you show your stuff out there.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Zykira, obviously, you guys found out when you were playing earlier than expected. What was that like? How did you keep the team?
I was in the locker room with the twins, and they were telling me about how one of their friends texted them and told them that the bracket had been leaked, and we were like, oh, yeah, sure, and then we found out it was real. And, I mean, it sucks, but I thought it was pretty exciting. Who doesn't love a scandal? And so we were, running all over the place trying to figure out whether it was true or not.
Did it feel kind of nice going into that selection party in a way, kind of feeling? Was it almost kind of nicer having it be a surprise and not have all that anxiety and tension, or what was that?
Well, I've had the luck and opportunity to be a part of both. It's really exciting last year, and I mean, it was just really cool to know for sure that we were in and who we were going to play, and I thought that was really cool.
Coach said they were really kind of scrambling for practice. What do you know about that?
I know that they have been playing really well. I know they went on a nice run, that they won their conference, that they've been to the tournament multiple times. So this is not new for them. I'm sure they'll be ready to play.
You guys are 5 seed, what does it say about this one?
That we are willing to fight. We've had to go through quite a bit of adversity just all over the course of our whole season. So I think it just shows how gritty we are.
You guys have played the title game now to the
I mean, we love them, and it sucks that they won't be able to participate with us. But, I mean, not much has changed. The plane is still moving. And the team is still running on all cylinders. You know, we just have to have other people step up in areas where maybe they weren't asked to do that before, and I think everyone's doing a really good job of just trying to fulfill their roles.
We're happy. We're excited, and now that we know that it's in Oregon State, it's going to be fun because hopefully we can get a lot of fans down there, and we're just counting down the days now until Saturday.
What's practice been like the last few days? It was a tough week in Vegas. You know, you got a couple players gone, but you have to move on.
Yeah, definitely. Practice has been great. I mean, we've just the coaches have been coming up with new things and new drills for us, and it's been really competitive and fun. And you know, we're kind of didn't know who we were going to play against or anything, but now that we know, I think it's going to be a little bit different because we're going to start preparing for what's to come. But it's been fun.
The rules change a little bit with a couple players gone. How do you see that maybe changing your roles and some other players?
Yeah. You know, we've been so deep this year, and roles have been kind of constantly changing throughout the year. So I don't think it will be that much different, but I think players are going to step up, and it's just going to be a new challenge, and it's going to be fun. Yeah, it was actually crazy. I mean, we were coming in for weights, and we kind of heard a rumor, and we were like, no, you know, that would never happen. And then we kind of ran in at 2 o'clock kind of to watch the show, and yeah, it was kind of crazy, but oh well, right? Yeah.
Otherwise, you guys went to practice and finding out who you were playing.
Yeah.
Does that kind of play into advantage at all?
You know, the coaches kind of brought us in and said kind of what they knew about the team. They didn't obviously have a lot of information for us, but I think we kind of stuck to the script in terms of practice-wise, but I think we kind of had it in the back of our minds of who we were playing, and kind of we're trying to think of what their style was like.
You don't have to travel too terribly far.
Yeah. Super nice, especially for our families and hopefully our fans, so hopefully we can get a lot down there.
5 seed, let's see in program history was NCAA Tournament.
Yeah, you know, this whole year has been fun, and we've set a lot of goals, and I think that this team has done a great job of trying to reach those. And so now that we are 5 seed, we're kind of excited to see what we can do with it.